for the giant healer strategy. So in my Let's Play series and my trophy hunting series, a lot of the time I don't get to talk completely in depth about the series I'm using because I only have 3 minutes to attack and tell you about what's going on. So in this video, I'm going to tell you all about the giant healer strategy, my composition, how I search for bases, what the costs are, and hopefully it can give you guys an idea on what to do and you guys can use this and have fun with this strategy. I'm hoping to do this for some other videos if you guys enjoy this one, so definitely let me know what you think below. Okay, to start off, let's talk about the army composition. We have 15 giants and 1 healer. So the reason I'm bringing 15 giants, the giants are going to be distracting the defenses from your other troops, and they're also going to be your main damage dealer against defenses. So I bring 15 of them. Some people might bring a little bit more, a little bit less. I think 15 is a perfect number because if you bring too little, your giants will get destroyed too easily, and if you bring too much, it doesn't give you enough room for other troops, plus it's a little bit more expensive. Obviously, you're going to bring a healer. That's the whole point of this strategy. It'll keep your giants alive, and they do a pretty good job. Sometimes I see some people using 2 healers, and that's completely fine. Maybe you can swap the healer for a couple archers or something like that, but keep in mind it is a little bit more expensive. Okay, so moving on to the other troops. I have 6 wall breakers. Generally, I don't use all 6 wall breakers. I use the wall breakers to break through maybe 1 layer of wall, but in rare occasions, I might need it to break through more. So in that case, I just keep them hanging out in my army camp, and if I don't use them, it doesn't matter. Moving on, we have archers and goblins. So your archers are going to be your main damage dealers. The reason you're bringing archers and not barbarians is because barbarians can get lumped in with your giants when they're attacking stuff, and they might get hit by mortars and wizard towers, and you never want that. So always bring archers because they'll shoot over the top and stay protected from those. Okay, so finally we have goblins, and the reason you bring goblins is because sometimes raids don't go exactly perfectly. You might have some giants lose, you might run into some spring traps, and you only broke through 3 layers of walls and destroyed half the defenses. Well, that's when the goblins come in. You can drop a bunch of goblins, steal from their storages, their mines and pumps, and you can at least make the money back that you spent on your troops. Okay, so speaking about cost, the overall cost of this strategy, the giants are going to be 37,500 elixir, the healers 8,000 elixir, archers 14,000, wall breakers 18,000, goblins 2,900 for a total of 80,400 elixir. Okay, so you need to keep this in mind when you're raiding. It's a medium expensive army. I wouldn't say it's super expensive, but it is a little bit costly if you drop all your troops. So that means you need to find good bases to attack. And also with spells, you're going to have 3 lightning spells that you bring with you. And with spells, that's going to cost a total of 66,000 gold. So that's a total of 100, I guess, like 140,000 resources for that. So overall, you need to find a good base if you're going to be dropping absolutely everything. Okay, so keep in mind, this strategy is really effective Town Hall 7 through Town Hall 9. I don't know if I'd recommend it to Town Hall 6. You don't have enough army composition space. And in Town Hall 10, you're going to have to attack a bunch of Town Hall 9s, and they have a lot of air defense. So I'd keep it Town Hall 7 to Town Hall 9 for those reasons. And as far as trophy count goes, just use your normal trophy count. I'd say about 1,100 to 1,500 trophies for the giant healer strategy, because mainly you're attacking bases that are Town Hall 8 and Town Hall 7. All right, so let's go ahead and look for some bases. So the first one here, not too many resources. Let's go ahead and skip it. Next one, same thing. I usually look for at least 350,000 to 400,000 resources, and I would recommend the same for you guys. And then looking at this next base, over 600,000 resources. So definitely one we're going to want to attack. Okay, so at this point, the very first thing you're going to need to do with your giant healer strategy is take care of the air defense so it doesn't destroy your healer. So usually I look and try to judge which air defense to attack, but seeing as this base is perfectly symmetrical, I'm just going to go ahead and take care of either one. So I just decided, since it was a giant base with 600,000 resources, it's worth it to drop my spells and spend all 66,000 gold for those spells. So let me go ahead and do that on the right side. All right, so after that air defense goes down, at this point, we can go ahead and start taking care of this other one. I'm going to drop my giants since they can go ahead and break through and reach that air defense. So let me drop my giants, drop my wall breakers, and right after that last air defense goes down, I can drop my healer, and she should be free to heal the giants without being shot down. Okay, so the cannon's down. I'm going to start dropping some archers here and there, and then right as this second air defense goes down, I'll drop my healer. So at this point, my giants are being healed, even though they're being attacked, and they should be able to storm their way throughout the base. Okay, so at this point, you can start dropping archers, and the archers, you want to sort of keep them away from your giants because you don't want your archer getting hurt and having your healer go to your archer instead of your giants. So I'm just going to sort of spread them around the base and try to keep them a little bit away from the giants so that they don't get distracted. All right, so at this point, you can see my healer is actually being shot down by the archer tower. And at this point, I've already taken so many defensive buildings that I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue. I've already taken care of most of the mortars and the wizard towers, and we still should be able to get all the resources. So even if your healer goes down halfway through a raid, which is actually pretty common when you attack bases with 3 or 4 air defense, you still should be able to steal all the resources, in some cases get 3 stars. So right when I said that, I dropped the rest of my goblins, or at least most of them, and you can see all the resources I'm getting. I've taken all the gold, and I'm stealing all the elixir from this last storage. And now I just have to decide whether or not I want to get 3 stars on the base. I don't think I have enough troops to do 3 stars that are like on the battlefield right now, but I do have my clan castle, and I do have my barbarian king. So I think I'm going to go ahead and drop those guys, and that's going to give me 3 stars. All right, so they're taking care of that cannon, they're taking care of the archer tower, and then finally this town hall will go down. And then after that, there's just one more Tesla. You can see that hog rider going into action, taking care of it. And we'll get all the resources for this base. So it really was an awesome raid. I spent pretty much all my troops. I didn't spend 10 goblins. But in the end, I got 621,000 resources with my bonus, and I only had to spend 140,000 for cost for my troops and my spells. So in total, we had 481,000 resources in profit. So that's a great raid. Even though I had to spend 140,000, I gained so much back that, you know what, 481,000, I will definitely take that every single time. All right, so let's go ahead and find one more base to attack today. I want to give you guys one more example. Again, when you're searching, you're looking for over 400,000 resources, and you're looking for a base with its air defense exposed. And trust me, it's pretty easy to find in the 1100 to 1500 trophy range. Like this base. Over 650,000 resources available, and the air defense is really easy to take care of. So at this point, I don't even want to drop my lightning spells. I want to save my money, and this raid will be even better than last time. So let's go ahead and do it. As far as which air defense I want to use my giants on, the one on the top is behind like those elixir pumps and those army camps, and the ones on the bottom are easily accessible. I can just drop some archers to take care of those guys, so that's what I'm going to do. We can just go ahead and go to the top, and then after we take care of that one, drop some archers to take care of those other 2 air defense. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to drop my giants, and I guess I can drop some wall breakers to help out too, so let me go ahead and start dropping those guys. You can see that the clan castle has a healer in it, so she's just going to like heal the buildings, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think the healer is going to help me more, at least my healer will. And now that we've taken care of that air defense, we can start taking care of some of these other air defense over here, as well as I already dropped my healer. All right, so that air defense going down on the left, the one on the bottom right is going down. That archer tower right there probably will take care of my healer, but by that time, my giant should have taken care of most of the rest of the base, so we should be good to go to 3-star this base. So they're going to go ahead and start breaking through some walls. Again, I'm just sort of sprinkling some archers here and there to help take care of some of the buildings, and it should be pretty successful for this raid. Okay, so we're starting to take some of the resources. Most of it's in the storages, but they're going to make their way there soon. And once they do, I can drop some goblins if I want to help it speed up just a little bit and take care of the rest of this base. So at 40%, my giants are doing work. My healer did finally go down, and once she goes down, then we are going to just have to rely on them taking care of the rest of the base, which really isn't going to be that big of an issue. Okay, so let me go ahead and fast forward. It's really just going to be pretty boring as my giants run through the base. Once you get your giants down and you take care of the air defense, you can sort of just kick back and relax and do whatever, because you're pretty much going to get 3 stars every single time, as long as something doesn't go terribly wrong. So in the end, we got even more than last time. We got 659,000 resources with our bonus, plus we only lost 64,000 because we didn't have to drop those lightning spells. So in total, we made 595,000 resources, over 100,000 more than what we did on our last raid. So it really was an awesome raid. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for the raiding today. I guess just to wrap it up, let me go through the 4 steps you should do when you're using the giant healer strategy. Step 1, find the air defense and take care of it. This is probably the most important part. Just find where the air defense are, find the ones that are exposed. If there's like one that's tough to get to, use your giants to get there and then drop your healer. Again, step 2, I guess you can say drop your healer. Make sure you use your healer right after that air defense goes down. You don't want to wait too long because some of your giants might get taken out. So make sure to drop your healer right after that air defense goes down. Step 3, use your archers to help sprinkle them around and to take care of some of the buildings. You can use them to take care of some of the buildings that are shooting down your giants, like the archer towers, the cannons, etc. And then final step, if things go terribly wrong, use your goblins. The goblins are a great way to make sure you get some resources before you get out of there and you don't go down in flames. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and let me know in the comment section, and I would really love to hear what type of rating you guys would like to see. If there's a certain strategy, like the Go Wipe strategy, the Barbarian Archer Minion strategy, the Archer Barbarian strategy, I guess there's a ton of crazy names for all the strategies out there, but if there's something you want to see and want me to go more in depth to, just let me know in the comment box, because I thought it would be really fun to do this type of series and